All right, and welcome to another day. We're going to play Eternal, drafting again. Let's see what we get this time. Okay, so we have some interesting choices here. Champion of Impulse seems pretty good. Gets stronger, gain power. Could be cool. Xenon Fnatic is a very particular kind of deck. Kind of like a Time Shadow Life Force deck. Everything else is not that exciting. We're going to take the Champion of Impulse. It's not a must pick, but we'll see what happens. So here we have a lot of green cards, actually. Strangers get Endurance. It's pretty good. Roosting Owl I really like. Minotaur Oathbringer is pretty good. Everything else, not really that exciting. Well, maybe we'll start with the Tireless Stranger. Maybe we'll get some kind of Stranger synergies going on. It's our third Piercing Grief. I don't really like it. It's kind of a very aggressive card, because it dies at the end of the turn, so you get basically about 6 or so damage in before it dies. It's gone forever. We could take a Stranger. On-color Stranger. There's another on-color Stranger if we wanted to do the Horo combo, green-blue. We also have Valkyrie Denouncer, which is pretty nice. I'm not really sold on what we're doing yet. I'm going to start with the... Let's start with the Stranger. Well. Okay, what do we have here? We've got Cripple, which is not great removal. We have a Copperhall Herald, which is okay. We have a Xenon Cup Bearer, which is pretty good, but it's not really in the colors we want. But, I mean, we're not committed yet. We could always switch. Fencing Master is not very good. We can't really expect we're going to get things that are going to stun. So getting the +3/+3 on this is unlikely. Granite Ring can be okay if we want to go back to our Champion of Impulse. Maybe go for something aggressive. I'm going to take Copperhall Herald. It's a little bit safer. Okay, and it looks like we're getting rewarded here. We have a Stranger if we really want it. We have a Talon of Nostrox, some removal. We have this High Wind Glider. This card will win us games, because it just draws us an extra card every turn if we want. And it's a 1/5 flyer, so it can block and keep us in. So we're going to take that. Skeeter is not great. None of these Shadow or Time cards are any good. This is not really good. This is too expensive. Spellshield Architect isn't really what we want at 3, but we're going to take it just in case. Here we have more Stranger, where we have a Snowchucker. Snowchucker is more of an aggressive card. In this case, we're probably not going to take that. We're going to take the Stranger. Another Stranger. It's not really great until we maybe get some more Stranger synergies. Or we have this Flying Mount. It's kind of expensive. But you get a something 1 flyer, because you mentor onto, let's say this, you get a 4/1 flyer. We're going to take that. Not sure we're going to play it. We'll take it. Bring Down is pretty good removal. Silence a unit, and if it's flying, you also kill it. Minotaur, Oathkeeper, a bit more aggressive. I like the Oathkeeper, but we're going to take the Bring Down. We really want the Sky Clear. That's generally our strategy in this color. We'll take a Crafty Yeti. And Strength of Many is a combat trick. Take that. Alright, so we're pretty much sold into this green-blue. But what else do we have? The rare is when we play 2 units a turn, we get to draw a card. We don't actually have any copies of that, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's not on color and so forth. Unstable Form is on color. It's kind of interesting. Can make one of our units that are kind of too weak a little bit stronger. So if we play a Crafty Yeti, we can later Unstable Form it to make it useful again after it's done its Spark. Violent Gust is some removal. Valkyrie Aspirant's not really exciting for a first pick. But we do have 2 premium removal cards in Shadow. We've got Annihilate, which is killing a unit, and Execute, which is killing an exhausted unit. We're going to take Annihilate. Splashing a purple to play that is probably worth it, especially if we can get another 1 or 2 purple removal cards. Shadow? I don't know. Westwind Herald, it's a bit greedy. It's just a 2/2 flyer with Aegis, but you get to play an extra spell. So, I mean, it could be cool if we played Annihilate and then we could play it again after infiltrating, but it's kind of 5 mana to maybe be able to do something sometimes. We have a Borderlands Waykeeper. It's a pretty good 2-drop. It's just a 1/3 Aegis, and it can ultimately become a 2/3 flyer Aegis for only 4. So that's pretty nice for our curve. We don't really have exciting things on 4 quite yet. Minotaur Grunt is also pretty good, but we're going to take the Waykeeper. Okay. Here we see another Execute, which is pretty exciting, but we see the Wind Shaper, which is really what we want. We don't really have that many good flyers yet, but that's sort of the deck we're aiming for. We're aiming for blue-green flyer. So we're going to take Wind Shaper. Yeti Spy, it's a bit too slow. It's just a 1/1. Flash Freeze, it's pretty good. But we have this Psionic Savant. That's 5 mana for a 1/1, which is usually pretty bad. But because it can get +1/+1 whenever we draw a card, this can sometimes win games if it's not removed. Often, by the time this comes out, their enemy removal is already used up. So we'll take it. Finest Hour is a must-pick here. This is a premium combat trick, +3/+3 for only 1 mana. We don't have any 1 mana spells right now. And that's going to either help us survive some removal or let us win a combat that we weren't supposed to win. Yeah, just going to take that. Life Drinker, it's kind of okay removal. I don't know if we really want to splash it. Instead, we can get a Snow Chucker. Just a 2 mana, when it infiltrates, get a 1 mana spell, deal damage. It's not too bad. I don't think Life Drinker is worth splashing here. It's unlike this, which kills anything. This is just a deal 2 damage, basically, so take the Snow Chucker. Alright, and finally we're getting kind of the cards we're looking for. Here we have a Sky Snapper. Definitely going to take that. I don't really like Aerial Ace. It's a little bit too weak for 5 mana. Like, our other 5 mana can quickly become pretty strong. This is not that great. Red removal, some time combat tricks. I'll take the Herald Song. Probably won't play it. Take another Stranger, but we're really kind of getting heavy on 2. So we'll take the Mithril Mace as removal. Northwind Herald. It's pretty bad. It's just a 3/2 flyer for 6. And it's free if we play 2 spells in a turn, but it's not really the kind of deck we have. Elysian Trailblazer can multiply our combat tricks or our removal spells. So we're taking that. We're not playing either of these cards. Well, I guess we might play the Fanatic. We're going to take the Fanatic anyway. Okay. This is interesting. So we have Bloodletter. I kind of like Bloodletter. But we also have Aerialist Trainer. It's just fairly well costed. It's just 2/4. Gives +1/+1 to another creature we own. So it's really like a 3/5. And if it's a flyer, we draw a card. And we definitely want to be playing a couple more flyers, but that's going to make the deck for sure. If it wasn't that, High Branch Sentry is pretty good. It's just a 3/3, and it combos with any Mentor cards we have, which we have 1 right now. Other than that, we have some Strangers, which, again, not very exciting. I'll take the Trainer. Huh. Okay. Extract is a removal spell in our Splash Collar. Not sure we were really doing that. Reunite's not good because we're not doing Strangers. Really sort of leaves us between Tranquil Scholar and Lumbering Gruon. I kind of like this Tranquil Scholar. Can sometimes win a game if you're super lucky and you get unblockable on it. This is a nice card. It's a very nice card, but not in the colors we are. I've seen these Blood Call Invokers used in that sort of Life Force deck. They could be pretty good. Again, it's not really our color. I don't think we want a second Bring Down. I think a second Strength of Many is probably going to be better. So we'll do that. Alright. So cards in our color, we have this just big defender kind of guy. We have another Strength of Many. We already have 2. Or we have Slay. Slay is a splash, but it's another just kill a unit. So we're definitely taking Slay. We have a Banner, which just kind of help us splash a bit. Spike Buckler is a bit overcosted for what it does. Aerialist Kopesh is a bit expensive. So we can again go for the Spell Shield Architect, but we're really kind of full on 3. I don't really think we want to be playing that. We'll take the Banner. Huh. So we can take another Banner. We can take a Rabble Rouser, which I don't particularly like. This Valkyrie Militant's probably not getting played. We're just going to hold it for now. We have Tinker. Another spell that lets us check the top card and sometimes pump something up by 2. Take the Banner. Okay, here we go. That's our premium card, Roosting Owl. It's exactly what we want to see. Bring Down would be okay. Horn Grinder's not really our deck. We only have a Mithril Mace for that one, so we're taking Roosting Owl. Cool. So we have here just this combat trick. It's only +4 health this turn, so it's not as exciting as a Finest Hour, which is +3/+3. And then we have a Prosecutor of Arms, which is probably going to see the deck. Sometimes removes a card. Kind of weakens it to the point where it's dead. We're not playing any of these, though they're okay cards, just not in our color. We'll take the Kopesh, probably won't get played. Instead of a second Kopesh, we'll take the Buckler, also not getting played. Shield Bash not getting played. Spell Shield Architect. Yeah, so Spell Shield Architect can be okay if we have the blue-green card, the 0/5 flyer that gets stronger when it has Aegis. That's pretty decent. But, okay. So what do we have here? Stranger, Longsword. We have the Sentry, which is pretty good. We also have the Soaring Stranger. The nice thing about Soaring Stranger, it's a flyer. It gives our Strangers flying. We don't have that many of them, but okay, we've got 2. It's just a 4 mana for a 3/3 flyer. It's pretty good. And our other 4 mana cards are not exciting. Okay, so we've channeled the Tempest. Draw 3 cards and kill something. And we have Jotun Hurler. If you saw in the last video, Jotun Hurler is pretty good. So I guess I should start cutting some cards here. It's kind of tough right now. We don't have that much exciting things. Not playing Milton, not playing that, not playing Shield Bash. Kopesh. I mean, it's pretty much got to be Channel the Tempest. We have a Finest Hour, which is also really great. Then a Mentor Grunt. But Channel the Tempest, I don't know, it's pretty good. It's going to win a game by itself. Here we'll take Minotaur Grunt. This is pretty good. We could take a Tundra Explorer just for some 3/3 bodies, or we could take an Emerald Monument. My 3-drops are not terrible right now. Emerald Monument, just a nice card. Take it. Hatchery Hunter. Wow. So this turns everything in our hand into 3/3 Flying Serpents. That's definitely the kind of card we want to see. Other thing, Lithrai. Nightblade, just an unblockable 2/2. Can kind of just end out a game. I'll take the Hatchery Hunter. Not really very exciting. This is too weak. These are off color. And for a purple, there's pretty much nothing here we want to play. Take the Vulture, I guess. Best thing here is probably the Trailblazer. But I'm a little bit worried about our composition here right now. Probably have to cut the Fanatic. Spirit Drain is also possible, but we have such good cards at the high end, I really just don't think we want to do that. It's either a Copper Call Recruit just as a body, or a Trailblazer for some shenanigans. Kind of leaning towards the Copper Hall Recruit. Might help us stay in the game a little bit. Cobalt Acolyte is pretty good. That's exactly what we want to see. Give something flying that doesn't have flying. We don't have a lot of stuff that doesn't have flying, but, you know, it's there. Or we have an Argenport Soldier. Just a 3/2. We'll take the Acolyte. Troublemaker, Trickster Cloak, Jotun Warrior. I'll take the Troublemaker. Take a Rakodon. That's definitely not getting played. It's a little bit too expensive. This might be a Stranger. It might be an Alchemical Blast. In this case, it's going to be... Am I going to play the Alchemical Blast? Probably not. I'll play the Stranger. Okay. So, this is looking like it's going to be a pretty strong deck if we can survive up to our big cards. Herald Song's probably not going to make it. Gorgon Fanatic is probably also not going to make it. I don't think it's really worth splashing. It's good, but Spell Shield Architect might also get cut. Yeah, we have a lot of cards in here. We do have 3 power cards already, so we don't have to cut as much as it looks like. And we have these 3 strangers, which can play with Soaring Stranger a bit. And with Soaring Stranger and Windshaper, it can be really nonsense, but maybe cut a combat trick. Cut the Architect. Might even cut Prosecutor of Arms. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. I think we're cutting Prosecutor of Arms. Our other 6 drops are just too good. For 2 drops, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could probably cut some 2 drops. Probably 2 of them. Maybe the Cumbra Stranger. Might be the Snow Chucker. I mean, Snow Chucker is okay. It's not too bad, but could also cut the Copperhold Herald. Let's cut that one instead. And this is sort of looking like a deck. We're gonna add power. Might actually want to cut one more. Cut the Crafty Yeti. Okay, so we've got 3 Shadow Sigils. I mean, the 2 cards we're splashing for are pretty worth it. It's just 2 kill spells. And we have 7 Primal, which is going to help us hit that Channel the Tempest and other kind of expensive cards like Hatchery Hunter, which also needs 3 blue. Our banners and our strangers will also help. Let's take a look. Yeah, this will have to be a redraw. It's not too bad. Redraw. Okay, this is... I don't know, I feel pretty good about this. Alright then. We're gonna give this a try. See you in game 1.